Use 2 people to remove your SUPER73 from its packaging. Engage the kickstand right out of the box and place the bike on a clean flat surface to start your assembly. Find all the provided accessories including the pedals, charger, reflectors, toolkit, and set them aside for use during your assembly. The toolkit will include a 5mm Allen wrench, a 4mm Allen wrench, and a 15mm open wrench or adjustable crescent wrench. Begin by removing all of the protective packaging from the bike. Use the 5mm Allen wrench for the handlebar installation. Remove the handlebar clamp using the 5mm Allen wrench and keep the hardware and clamp secure for the installation. Place the lower crossbar of the handlebar into the groove of the top crown and place the clamp over the installation. First, hand tighten all 4 bolts into place, making sure the handlebar is centered in the clamp. Use the 5mm Allen wrench to cross-tighten these 4 bolts. The handlebar can be adjusted to rider comfort after the assembly is finished and the rider has had the chance to get a feel for maneuvering the bike. Next, make the connection from the wiring harness, which is attached to the handlebar, to the motor controller, which is the base that the battery sits on. Line up the arrows on the male and female connection points and gently push the 2 together. Take the front light and attach the bracket under the top crown using the 2 provided bolts. Start by hand tightening the bolts and then fully tighten the bolts using the 5mm Allen wrench. Next, connect the headlight by matching it to the yellow connection stemming from the controller. Align the 2 arrows of the male and female connectors and gently push the 2 together. Make sure that all wiring is properly routed through the left stanchion of your fork. The wiring should be free from any strain when making full movement of your handlebars from left to right. Make sure that any wiring is properly zip-tied on the firm portion of plastic as to not disrupt the inner electrical wiring. The pedals are specific to the corresponding sides of the bike and marked with the letter R for right and L for left at the tip of the thread. Once verifying which side each pedal will attach to, use the 15mm open wrench to tighten each pedal. The right can be tightened in a clockwise motion and the left will be tightened in a counterclockwise motion. Lastly, inflate your tires to a recommended 18 to 25 psi. PSI will vary based on the weight of the rider and the terrain of each journey. Set your SUPER73 to charge by plugging the charger into the wall outlet and then into the charging port of the bike. Turn the battery on to begin charging. The charging indicator light will turn green when the battery has been fully charged. A full charge should take approximately 5 to 6 hours. The brake handles can be adjusted to rider comfort with a 5mm Allen wrench. We recommend a 45-degree angle. The angle of the display can also be adjusted with a 3mm Allen wrench. Make sure to perform a full safety check before your maiden voyage. Make sure the brakes are fully functional, inspect the tires and wheels to make sure they are properly installed and secure in the dropouts, and ensure that any wiring through the fork is free from strain when turning the fork in either direction. The assembly is now finished.